Fifth graders, we've got a lot of lasts, right? A lot of lasts. Last Monday, last tie Tuesday. Now you're like, why last tie Tuesday? Yes, we do have school next Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going to be gonna wear the tie on the last Tuesday. It's also Shades and Stripes Day. I know that these aren't quite stripes; they're more like dots, but at least I got the shades on, right? A little bit of school spirit for the S Day today. This is my shirt and tie that I wore to graduation, so it's brand new. Okay, so you got to be like, Miss Manfeld, you're looking good. All right, so what do we got? We got week 37, 2 to go. 2-2, and there's my little guy. Red, stop, slow down, go. 2 to go. What do we have? 2 to go. 2 weeks of school left. Now even less than 2 weeks, and we're deep into fifth grade math. We are deep into fifth grade math. So first let's listen. What do you hear there? Yes, I hear it. I hear the 3D printer attempting to print the final part of the Iron Man mask. Now, this is a 14-hour print. It's laying down the base layers. It looks pretty good. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 on laying down the layers that really matter on the bottom. There's some chunking and some other things, so I might have to start it over. We'll see. Anyway, we've got that going on. Oh, I also want to tell you that I got this. I got 2 of these. You could say, Mr. Manfeld, what is that? That is a mason jar that is going to be made into a freshwater biome, also known as a fish tank. Because tomorrow, when I see all of you guys, I am going to give a Google form that is going to allow you to apply for or ask for, if you would like, a couple of things. 1, a 3D printed astronaut. Oh yeah, I know he's hard to see a little bit because he's so dark, but he's pretty cool, full size. And my fish and Mr. Gilroy's fish. Okay, we're going to be giving those away, and next Thursday when you guys do your drive-through, the kids that win are going to get them. We also have a few more prizes that we're going to be giving away, but we'll talk more about that tomorrow. All right, so let's dive over and take our set up our notebooks for today. We do have some more information on one-step equations. All right, so let's head over to our paper. Let's break it down. Line 1. Line 2. Let's put our date today. It is 5/25/21. We're getting there. We're going to do one-step equations again. I feel like we did that yesterday. Yes, but we're going to build on it. And I'm going to switch colors here for a second. Can you also write 6th grade? Just to remind yourself that you guys are doing advanced work here. Not work that's too hard, just advanced work. Getting yourself ready for 6th grade. And then over here, let's put POD for problem of the day. And now I'm going to switch back and show you guys the problem of the day. All right, so let's X out of this. So here is our problem of the day. Now, it's going to look a lot like the problem from yesterday, a little bit different numbers, but I want you to solve it using what I showed you yesterday, okay? Meaning solve it by solving for y. So it says, what does y equal in the equation 17 plus y equals 49? So as you're writing down this problem, the actual problem there, the equation, I want you to think about this. What is the goal to solve? What are you trying to do? That's right, get y by itself. So if you covered up y, can't really cover it up, but if I here, make a little, if I covered up y, what would be in the way over there? A plus 17. Now I know the plus is after the 17, but that's still plus 17. So how would you get rid of plus 17? Do the opposite, subtract 17 from both sides. Should have known that from yesterday, okay? All right, so give it a shot, pause the video, and then we will be back to correct it. Okay, so it looked like it was 17 plus y equals 49. So the way that we taught this yesterday, and I can't remember if I did the line or not, but I remember this, middle school teachers are going to really like you to make the line down, to split. So it kind of just shows there's one side of the equation, there's the other side of the equation. What is our goal? It's to get the y by itself, or the variable. So what do you want to do? If I cover up the y, I can see what is on this side. I see a plus 17. So how do you get rid of plus 17? You do what's called the inverse operation. You do minus 17. Now, if this was a scale, it would go like this. This side would go way up. Why? Because you just took 17 pounds from this side, and it's not balanced anymore. So you have to add the 17 points to that side, or take it away, sorry, so that they both took away 17, my bad. This crosses out, so that goes away because 17 take away 17 is 0. So you're left with y equals, then you just have to do the math, 32. Okay, one more step though, and I got a little bit sloppy at the beginning of yesterday's video. Wherever you see a y, now let's put a 32. So see, I put 32 back in. 17 plus 32 does equal 49. So we got it right. Okay, so let's go over to the side and let's reissue and rewrite, it's only 2 sentences, what our goals are for today. Okay, so 1, our goal is to get the variable by itself. Remember, the variable is the letter. And how are we going to do that? By using the inverse, which means opposite, operation. So yesterday we did adding and subtracting. Today we are going to do multiplying and dividing. So let me do a quick review. Let's go way over to the third column. This is weird to do first column and third column, but I have different notes over here. Let's write multiplication. This is from last Friday in case you were gone. Let's write some different ways to do multiplication. 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 asterisk 4, 3 times 4 equals 12. These are different ways. Most common, 3.4 equals 12. Or 3 number letter equals 12. We know that m would equal 4 here because it's saying 3 times something, even though you don't see a multiplication symbol. When there's a number and a letter next to each other, it means times, okay? So 3 times 4 equals 12. And then finally, we could have this. These all are the same. They're just represented by different ways of looking at it. Why am I doing that? Why did I take those notes? Because of this. Our first one today is 8x. Actually, I don't want to use 8x. My bad. Sorry, guys. Let's do 8w equals 16. So first of all, you have to recognize that this is multiplication, saying 8 times something is 16. Now, I know you already know that it's 2. That's nice. But I'm using easy numbers on purpose. Let's go through the same process as yesterday. Let's split it. So now we have this side of the equation and this side of the equation. And now we want to get w by itself. Well, what's in the way of w? 8 times 8. Now, I know it doesn't show you any multiplication symbol. You don't see any x, any dot. Remember, when there's a number and a letter next to each other, it means times. So you could put one there like that. 8 times w. So what do you see? A times 8. Well, how do you get rid of the times 8? You got to do the inverse. Well, what's the opposite of multiplying? Of course, dividing. Now, when you solve equations, you don't go like this. You do not use this symbol. You don't say divide. You use a fraction because all fractions are division problems. So look, right now it says 8 times w. So we're going to divide by 8, divide by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. W equals 16 divided by 8 is 2. So 1W equals 2. But here's the thing, 5th graders. If you have a 1 on the outside, like next to a letter, you don't need it. Because 1 just means there's one of them. So you don't even need that. So W equals 2. Let's plug it back in. Wherever you see a W, let's put a 2. So there's a W. You put a 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. It does. It worked. Okay, so we're going to do that exact same problem again. But now you can do it as fast as, or you can just do it with me. Okay, I'm going to do it faster. So here we go. We have 8W equals 16. Draw our line. We have one side, other side. I want to get rid of the 8 times 8. How do you get rid of times 8? Divide by 8. Divide by 8. These cross out. You get W equals 2. Plug back in your 2. 8 times 2 equals 16, and we have it right. Does that make sense? Maybe, maybe not. All right. So let's try the other kind. Let's do this one. K divided by 5 equals 10. So think about how we're going to solve this one. Well, step 1, we're going to draw our line down. So what do we have on this side? A 10. What do we have on this side? K divided by 20. All right, sorry. K divided by 5. K divided by 5. All fractions are division problems. So what do we got to get rid of? We got to get rid of divided by 5. So how do you get rid of divided by 5? You do the inverse. What is the inverse of divide? Multiply. So again, you're not going to use an X. You're going to use a dot. So you're going to times 5 on that side. Times 5 on that side. 5 and 5 go away. K comes down. Now K is by itself. K equals 10 times 5 is 50. Let's plug it back in, make sure it works. Wherever you see a K, put a 50. 50 divided by 5 equals 10. It sure does. We got it right. Okay, so let's flip it to the back now. You might not have to flip it to the back. You probably have enough room, but I do. I'm going to now give you a couple to try out, okay? We're going to do one of each kind together, where you're going to pause the video and Mr. Manfeld will go over the answers, and then I'll give 6 problems for you guys to do just as a class for classwork discuss, okay? Let's do this. F, let's go with 3F equals 9. Okay, so go ahead, pause it, and try that one first by yourself. Okay, welcome back. So first thing I'm going to do, first of all, it says 3 times what equals 9. We already know the answer is 3, but let's solve it using algebra. So we draw our line down, 9 on that side, 3 times F on that side. How do you get rid of multiplication? You divide by 3. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side to balance it. So what are you left on this side? Just the F equals 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Plug it back in. What is 3 times 3 equals 9? You got it. Okay, one more. And then you'll have the prompts to work on. Let's do M over 4 equals 4. Okay, pause it right now and try it. All right, welcome back. Let's draw our line to say that we have one side of equation and another side of the equation. What side of the equation do we have to do something to? This side. Why? Because our goal is to get the letter by itself. What is in the way of the letter? Divide by 4. So how do you solve it? Do the opposite. Times by 4. Times by 4. The 4's go away. M is left. M equals 4 times 4. How old do you have to be to drive a 4x4? 16. Go ahead and plug the number back into the top. 16, wherever there's an M. 16 divided by 4 equals 4. And you got it. All right. Number 1 through 6, these are problems you're going to work on independently or in small groups or maybe all together with Miss Smith or Miss Lindsay, whatever you guys want to do. You're going to have one of each, okay? Or a couple of each. Let's do how about 2W equals 18. Let's do 3Y equals 27. Let's go 5B equals 35. You're just writing these down, and then you can work on them separately. Let's go K over 7 equals 7. Let's go C over 9 equals 7. And let's go, what letter? N over 12 equals 8. All right. Good luck on those, 5th graders. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I got a great lesson plan for our Wednesdays together. And enjoy the rest of your day.